Alrighty then, and we're live. Welcome everybody to another Brony Debates. I hope you're all doing well out there, all one of you. Haha! Well, we're very grateful to have your viewership nonetheless. So, yeah, we're about halfway through the weekend here. We got a busy night of streaming ahead of us tonight. So we're gonna put in our work, get paid, and enjoy the rest of our weekend. Tonight, joining me, I've got Princess Heather Blossom. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I was just a little sneezy, but that's done now. We're good.
Nice. And we got DJ joining us again. How are you doing, sir?
I'm at 17 boxes and still all the books aren't packed.
Oh, how do you have so many books?
I aspire to have a library in my house.
Okay, well, you're sort of taking a step backwards on that.
Well, there's only certain things you can do in this economy. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So, James Dennis, hey, Gojillion, hi. Oh, we shot up to 5 viewers. Very good. Yeah, get this stream out there, guys. Share it around. Get all your friends watching with you. Let's have fun in this chat. Today we're just reading Reddit as usual. Well, yeah, we've been doing this type of thing a lot lately because it's super low effort, and I have no control over my life anymore. So, what's our first topic, Heather? You've been finding a lot of stuff on Reddit for us lately, and the first one is. What is something you physically can't allow a pony to get access to?
Like, the first obvious thing you see about this is Pinkie Pie and coffee. Do not give Pinkie Pie coffee. Don't give her energy drinks either. Do not hand her a Red Bull.
I think there were scrapped, like, it was either an aspect of... It was either an aspect of her character where she would drink coffee and then, of course, exactly what you would expect would happen, where she would just, like, break through walls and doors and just move so incredibly fast and ruin everything in her path. It was either that it was going to be, like, an actual, like, aspect of her character, where it's like, oh, geez, don't let Pinkie Pie drink coffee. And then she would, of course, find a way to drink coffee and just ruin everything. Or it was a scrapped episode. Either way, we never got it in the show. But even Lauren Faust agrees with you, Heather.
I never heard that one before, but that's great. Yeah, so that's just an example. Like, what's something you shouldn't let people access? I would argue you shouldn't let Twilight Sparkle have coffee either. Don't give her energy either.
Twilight Sparkle needs coffee and energy drinks. With the amount of, like, studying she does and the amount of studying, research, reading, there's no way she really gets by. Like,
no,
if she doesn't have coffee and energy drinks, then her powers would increase tenfold with it.
I feel like she'd probably be like a typical caffeine addict at that point. I feel like she'd become too reliant upon it and might even, like, go into, like, super studying stupors where she just stays awake for far too freaking long. On another hand, I feel like either you shouldn't let Rainbow Dash have energy drinks because she would be the person who has, like, 4 of them in a day and will grow to have serious heart problems.
So has Applejack collected the 6 Infinity Monsters?
Oh, jeez.
You know what? Applejack is someone who probably has a morning coffee. She's not someone who's irresponsible with it.
Applejack has pancakes in the morning.
Yeah, she's...
So she's all about the carbs. She's all about nothing. She's just all about the carbs and sugar, which is something you're going to want when you're doing that much manual labor. But what's
something she shouldn't have?
I don't know. I'm running through, like, the list of ponies in my head right now, trying to think of things that I would not want to give them access to. I don't trust Bon Bon with NSA clearance.
She probably already has it. It's already over.
You're probably right. But yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't introduce Instagram to Rarity.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be one of the worst things ever. DJ, what do you think?
So I got 2 things. First off, Pinkie Pie and coffee. Lame comedy. Boring. Seen it all the time. Now, what would you do with Pinkie Pie and coffee? It actually calms her down. That would be funny.
You know, I had that thought for like a second. And like, what if Pinkie Pie is all manic and everything because she just operates on pure willpower, but she doesn't... Like, if a person needs 6 to 8 hours of sleep, she gets like 2 to 3 because she's spending the rest of that time just researching everything about everybody she's ever met, their birthdays, their likes, their dislikes, and planning their parties for 10 years in advance, right? And then, of course, she just operates the rest on sheer willpower. So she gets some coffee, her energy levels come up, and she's like, hey, I can think clearly now. But I think we all know that that's not really how coffee works. Coffee just makes you tired, but tired fast. It's like a fast tired. It just... I don't know. Heather, what do you think?
The other thing is, keep Twilight away from Wikipedia.
Twilight with
Wikipedia. That rabbit hole, clicking every single hyperlink and running through every single source.
You'd be correcting it all like for years.
Yes, she would be correcting and reading and falling down every single rabbit hole that could ever exist.
Yeah, pretty much just enlightened God King by the end of it. How's Twilight gonna be able to determine what is and is not misinformation? Because Wikipedia can get pretty bad about that.
Who knows? It's Twilight Sparkle. She could use magic and figure it out. Magic.
She'll use time travel and go there herself.
She's gonna invent a new search engine.
Oh, jeez.
Ask Sparkle.
Trent says, Pinky on espresso is where the world ends, right, Brawny?
Again, I think it'd be funnier if coffee calms her down.
Rusty says, I hear that people with ADHD tend to get tired on caffeine.
Oh.
He says it happens to him. All right, let's take a look here. Rarity and cocaine.
The first thing!
Why would she go after cocaine?
You wouldn't even be able to tell. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to tell if Rarity was on cocaine because it would just blend in with her coke colors.
She would be a functioning addict, I gotta say.
Now, how it would probably work is Sweetie Belle thinks it's flour and ends up making burnt dinner that Rarity's forced to eat out of politeness.
She will be in over her head after opening too many boutiques or try to make pants catch on. Pants have already caught on. There's so many ponies that wear pants. Velveteen Marshmallow.
And you could thank freaking cocaine for that.
Gives a whole new meaning to Coco Pamel.
You know she's not allowed to be called that anymore. It's Miss Pamel.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Let's see here. There's absolutely no reason Hasbro couldn't have kept that name. It's a brand. It's a parody. It falls within legal. I don't care about your cease and desist. Get out of my face. Her name is Coco Pamel. Let's see here. Celestia in modern day politics. What democracy I am, the son. Okay, I think Celestia is a pretty benevolent ruler, though. Like, I don't think she would tolerate, she certainly wouldn't endorse a lot of the stuff that goes on in like modern day Western politics. But I don't know. I'd vote for Celestia.
She doesn't need your vote. She's the sun.
First comment there says, nah, that seems more up Luna's alley. Celestia, I think, would be able to fit right in. No, I don't think she would because I don't think Celestia is like a snake. Like think about other like politicians that we have these days. We got Nancy Pelosi, and we got Hillary Clinton, and we got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And like, think
I thought you were going to say I thought you were gonna say Alexander Hamilton. I'm like,
And we got Marjorie. If I'm gonna at least try to balance this out, we got Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I like Marjorie Taylor Greene's policies, but not her personality. And shoot, that's really freaking Sarah Palin. I don't even know if Sarah Palin is still in. But
who was the one who jacked off a guy in a Beetlejuice Broadway musical?
What the frick? I have no idea about this.
There was a lady senator who went on a Tinder date, and they went to
Beetlejuice
on Broadway, and she jacked a dude off.
Yeah, that's right. I heard. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now. I don't remember her name. Yeah, that was a conservative lawmaker, at least a Republican at the very least. I actually don't know anything about that.
I heard her date was a Democrat.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I heard those details, but I don't know this person's name. I don't know about their political record. It's not something I ever bothered to look into. It's like I just don't care. But yeah, I mean, look at those types of characters and tell me where Celestia fits in.
Well, Celestia, you're gonna have to jack someone off on Broadway. It's okay, you'll fit in.
Why is that always the first place your mind goes, Heather?
Just jack him off for a little bit. You have magic. You don't even have to touch him.
Yeah, like nobody's going to notice the giant glowing horn in the middle of the audience.
We're going to get our balcony seating, obviously.
What, so we can pull an Abraham Lincoln? A bit of John Wilkes Booth up in here? No, we're not getting
Abraham Lincoln didn't get blown in that head.
Different kind of blown.
I really need to stop trying to square up verbally with Heather, because she's just willing to go to depths that I'm not willing to go, and she goes there so fast that it's impossible.
He's been dead for centuries. I forget how long, but I can make jokes about it. Damn it.
Let's see here. Okay, what else have we got? Discord and Earth. We already have that.
Yeah, just keep it away.
He literally references Back to the Future.
Okay, derpy hooves and sharp objects.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, she works in the postage. I wonder how often she handles letter openers.
Yeah, I think Hasbro might actually be letting up on the derpy thing, because the new official plushes from Symbiote Studios actually call her derpy.
Oh, well, I mean, they're 5 years out from the finale of the show. Everybody, that was a kid when they originally aired that episode and called her derpy is now of drinking age. So we can call her derpy. I mean, we that's another thing. They should have never stopped. I don't know why Hasbro was so wussy. They have money and they have influence and they have power. They don't need to care what other people think. Let's see here. Derpy hooves and sharp objects. Yeah, that would probably no good. So what do we think about Twilight and a museum? She would be tempted to steal the ancient artifacts and be there. I don't think that's I think Twilight.
That's Daring Do. That's Daring Do.
Daring Do is the one putting the ancient artifacts in the museum.
Depends if she thinks the museum's ethical.
Now, if Twilight was in Night at the Museum, she would never leave.
You think so?
That movie?
Yeah, I remember that movie. It was a decent movie.
I mean, just have equestrian history as a wing that comes to life at night. Twilight's going to be there interrogating them every single night until she dies. And she can't die.
Alrighty then. Do we want to keep going down this thread, or do we want to go to one of our other tabs?
Let's scroll down to see if there's anything else that's interesting. Pinkie Pie with coffee is blah blah blah. Pinkie Pie and energy drinks, we already spoke. Rainbow Dash and Plane, she'll probably race them.
Rainbow Dash can outfly a lot of commercial airliners and even some fighter jets.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, didn't they do Death Battle with Starscream, and Starscream is, what is Starscream, like an F-14?
He's like a fucking, I don't know, he's some kind of jet.
He's a military jet.
Yeah, but they in Death Battle, Rainbow Dash was able to outfly Starscream, who was a jet, and I think they like calculated his top speed. So yeah, Rainbow Dash can could. But I could also picture Rainbow Dash like wanting to learn how to fly with it in a jet, right? Especially like an F-15 or like or maybe even a 22, you know, stuff that can just do super, you know, Mach speeds, like go like Mach 6 or something crazy like that. But she likes roller coasters.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't think that's
next person thinks Rainbow Dash would be a COD player.
Yeah. Is Rainbow Dash gonna say the gamer word?
Rainbow Dash would say gamer words without knowing what they mean. Just because, like, she would say, yeah, she would drop racial slurs, not knowing what they mean, just because she heard somebody else say it and would realize like it made people upset, you know. Or I don't know. You guys read the comics? Remember like the first couple of comics when they got trapped in the moon and she's just in the freaking cell rattling the walls, yelling "Dingus, Dingus, Dingus, Dingus."
No.
It's been a while since I've read the start of the comics.
Yeah,
I remember the later ones much better.
Let's see here. Any of the ponies in real life might have trouble with human-sized doors.
What do you mean?
Probably because the doorknob is at their eye level.
No hands.
They have doorknobs in freaking My Little Pony.
Oh, this guy had the same sort of idea that you had there, Heather. Rainbow Dash in online games. Maybe she can play, but she's not allowed to use a headset.
I believe wasn't I reading him, or was that something I read?
That's the one we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I skipped over the door thing because it wasn't that interesting. Let's see. Both chocolate and coffee are poisonous for ponies. Also, tomatoes, garlics, hemlock tea, potatoes, onions. They're allergic to all that?
Yeah, that's
You're telling me a pony can't have a French fry?
Listen, Heather, the reason humans are on top of the food chain is because we can eat all of those things. Most like things that we define as like vegetables and we just use them for seasonings in our food is straight murder to most other types of animals on the planet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's how they develop, so they can not be eaten and have a chance to reproduce.
I thought we survived because we just had such great endurance.
That's also a part of it, but yeah, it's our endurance. We have bottomless running endurance, and we can eat everything.
Or we're at least a bunch of idiots who are willing to try anything.
We also have incredible kinetic chains, like no other animal can like throw the same way that we can. Like just our ability to like effectively aim and launch a rock, put us ahead of other proto-humans. Let's see.
And we should specify on top of that it's purposeful. Freaking Achilles threw a lizard at me once. It definitely wasn't on purpose.
Let's see here.
It happened while I was on video chat too, so it freaked out everyone else.
The internet, too much not safe for work art of them.
How would you feel if you went on Google and just saw so much porn of yourself that you were not signing off on?
I'd be like, well, I guess this is what I get for trying to be a public figure. I don't know. Like I've seen people make porn of the other analysts. And that was the type of thing that made me turn my safe search on. Like, okay, I didn't need to see that. But like that's I don't know how they feel about that. I'm certainly not going to ask. But when I started making videos, I was like, hey, people are going to say whatever they want about you to your face or in the comments, and people are going to do whatever they want with your character, up to and including not safe for work art of any kind, really. So make peace with that, and it was easy to make peace with. It doesn't really affect my life, and then I just move on. Okay. I think
what's funny, Brawny?
What's up?
I just looked up Brony Buck NSFW. The first thing that comes up is that picture of your pony's heart-shaped ass that I think Eliora made. And then another thing that comes up as not safe for work and is blurred out. There was a blurred out image, and I knew it was your coloration, so it had to be you. I viewed the image. It's that Brony Buck paper towel logo. That is considered not safe for work, my friend.
Oh, of course it's not safe for work. I am showing so much cleavage in that picture. Thank you, Samet Lion.
Dirty boy.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I'm gonna go chop down some trees with my frickin' beard stubble. This is getting out of hand. Let's move on. Which of the main 6 would you like to have as a roommate? God almighty. I feel like Rarity would be the cleanest. Rarity or Twilight would be the cleanest and keep to themselves.
Fluttershy would also be clean, but then she'd have all these pets, and the pets are gonna have a smell.
Yeah, the pets are gonna have a smell. The pets are gonna have noise, and that's really the thing with me is clean and noise. I do not like unclean and noise.
Yeah, she's gonna have birds.
Pinkie Pie is nothing.
His birds. She's gonna have way more birds.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie is way too extroverted. Rainbow Dash, I could hang out with Rainbow Dash actually. Have somebody.
She's gonna be up late doing something and being annoying. She's gonna sleep at odd hours and act like you're the dick for being up at 2 p.m. on a Saturday.
Applejack, I feel like
Applejack, some good ones.
I could see Applejack trying to rope me into her chores.
Well, if you're living on the farm, she's the only place she's living is on the farm. So if you're living on her farm, maybe you should help with the chores.
Well, too bad. I got a job.
I pay my rent, bitch.
Oh, jeez. So DJ, who would you take as a roommate?
Probably Twilight or Applejack. I could see Applejack constantly making breakfast, which would be a nice change of pace. And then she's probably out doing her chores or whatever, and I'm stuck doing my inside job that Brawny's jealous of.
I am extremely jealous. Give me your job.
No.
We can trade. You can do my job.
No, I can't.
You can do Heather's job.
That does take
I don't know what Heather does.
Give Heather your job.
It's accounting. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. The problem is that the job, they act like it's a big thing. They're like, no, we want someone with past experience. And I'm like, dude, anybody can do this job as soon as you teach them the shit if they're not fucking stupid.
Yeah, you hired a guy with a film degree, and God knows those guys are freaking useless.
I think it was a chick, but yeah, she had a film degree. And to be fair, I guess she worked as a receptionist for a legal firm. So they counted it. They counted that experience.
Nobody with a film degree has ever contributed to society. Heather, who would you want as a roommate?
I'm with you. I'm thinking Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, maybe even Applejack, because Twilight Sparkle is a lot of friends I've had. I'm sure she might get a bit cluttered every once in a while with her books and stuff, but I feel like she's going to be very unobtrusive.
You know darn well Rainbow Dash doesn't clean.
Yeah, I'm not going with Rainbow Dash at all. She's out. No one wants Rainbow Dash as a roommate. Fuck her. Anyways,
Rainbow Dash is the kind that doesn't do the dishes.
Rarity is going to give me tips on my outfit. I'd be like, hey, girl, I was about to go out in this, but what do you think? What are we thinking with this? That's the kind of friend she'd be. Applejack, she's working late and getting up early in the morning. I'm probably never going to see her, honestly.
You don't want Pinkie bacon for you all the time? You don't want to pet Fluttershy's animals?
I mean, again, with the smell with Fluttershy, there's going to be a smell. And Pinkie Pie, she just has too much energy. I feel like she's going to ask me if I want to do something or hang out every day, and I just do not have the mental energy for this.
You know something?
She's also a chatterbox.
Rusty is in the chat bringing up a good point about Twilight, is her OCD. So, yes, she might keep things clean, but Twilight probably is the type of chick that would get really mad at you if you don't have it clean exactly her way.
Although, in most cases, Twilight didn't clean, did she? Spike was usually the one having to clean up after her.
Well, I assume her and Spike are like a deal, like a freaking package, dude. I assume I'm getting a slave out of this.
Jeez, poor Spike.
Hey, can I roommate with Spike?
You'll treat him right?
I'll treat him right. Yo, you don't even have to have a job, my dude. You don't have to have a job. Just have... You know what Spike is if I'll be like, hey, I look enough like Rarity. You want to be my stay-at-home spouse. Just clean shit and cook me food. I'll bring in the money. I'll buy you comic books. I don't care.
Heather, you do not look anything like Rarity.
Hey, I can put on the cosplay, okay? It's fine. Anyways, Brawny, do you want to be my Spike?
Heather, am I not already?
I have to make you my stay-at-home spouse. I gotta get... I freaking...
Okay, no, I know you're not. I know you're not talking about Spike as your stay-at-home. Like, okay, it was cool. Like, I was almost cool with the whole slave angle that you were taking. But,
oh, you are cool with slavery!
Yes, but not with the stay-at-home spouse. He is far too young. The frick is wrong with you?
Excuse me. When we ended the show, when we were at the end of the show, he was a buff, middle-aged man. Okay.
Heather, that is a teenager. That is an adolescent.
At the end of, no, he's not.
That is an adolescent dragon. Dragons age and mature slower than ponies do.
Oh, don't pull this shit on me.
You're darn right I'm gonna pull this on you. It's a valid point.
Get fucking weird.
So does this make Spike a lolly? Is Spike a lolly? Or Shona?
That does not make any fucking sense.
Wait, it does when you call him your freaking stay-at-home spouse.
Let me just reiterate, me saying, hey, I'd make this buff, middle-aged looking dude my stay-at-home spouse, that's where it crosses the line. But we were okay with me making a child slave. That's what we were okay with here. That's what I want everyone to take from this. Brawny says, child slavery, okay. Middle-aged looking buff man as a stay-at-home spouse, I think the fuck not.
Well, let's clarify.
Not in my dojo.
Let's clarify some stuff here, okay? Because like, yeah, the word slave is funny in this context as a joke, but it's more accurate to say assistant. And it's a totally voluntary. It's a totally voluntary thing, right?
He's an unpaid intern.
It's almost something that you would expect of, sharing responsibilities with a younger brother. Which is what they, they sort of went with that angle ultimately in season 9. So, when I say slave, it's like, yeah, it's kind of what it is, but in a funny way. It's not really frickin' slavery. It's not even really indentured servitude. It's just like, hey, this is what I do to contribute. If you can do this, that would help a lot, right? And we do that for each other as family. But that is still a child. And because of how dragons age and mature by the end of the series and the last problem, that is an adolescent still.
That is not.
But age-wise, he would still be on par.
DJ, are you pulling that she's actually a 9,000-year-old frickin' immortal vampire?
Like, you're the one doing it in, like, reverse.
Yeah, because in reverse it makes more sense. I'm going actually by actual aging in relative to relative to what we're dealing with here.
I think we've had the discussion that Spike is about a peer with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who are like 12 or something. And then when we get to the end of the series, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are adults and teachers. And at this point, Spike would still be their peer. He's a grown-ass fucking man!
Rusty says Brawny is okay being Heather's slave. She's worth it, trust me. I know I don't always act like it, but she's worth it. Uwe Mizadel says Brawny's using logic and Heather is using chaos.
Yeah, I'm unbeatable. I don't think my reasoning is hard to follow.
Paladin Pony T says, does Brawny need a dragon outfit? And then he says, please
Oh,
tell me
I'm gonna
someone
make you
clipped this.
Kobayashi's dragon maid.
Okay, no, you're not. The frick?
You wouldn't be my maid?
Listen, you can either have... No, I would not be your maid. Okay, because I'm a man.
Butler?
I could be your butler. I think you would rather have me as your lumberjack, like we were talking about earlier.
I do like you in flannel, but we don't have a lot of trees to cut.
We got trees that need cutting. Okay, let's scroll down here.
I need you to put new trees. Anyways.
Any which way I turn this in my head, I still find something to gripe about. Fluttershy would bring animals into the house. Rainbow Dash would be a couch potato who never helps tidy up. Applejack would be an intrusive nagger. Pinky would give me a migraine. Twilight would make a mess every time she opens a book to study. Endless dramatics of Rarity would drive me up a wall.
You would need to have a constant supply of ice cream to have Rarity in the house as a long-term guest.
I think it's worth the investment. I'm gonna get her those Carb Smart ones that we keep around that are really good. I'm sure that'll help.
You also need room for her to be able to sew and have her fainting couch.
I was about to say, like, we need space to bring in that fainting couch. Like, these door frames got to be expanded.
Alrighty then, let's move on. Alright, the least horrible looking dress from Suited for Success.
Okay,
frick. I didn't have all that much.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you go ahead and say it.
I think Rainbow Dash's might actually be the least worst. It looks like a cosplay of something.
Out of all of them, I would almost say Pinky or Fluttershy because they at least look like dresses. Twilight would be fine if she got rid of the sparklers on her head because then it at least looks like a fancy cloak.
Twilight looks like she has a blanket. It looks like she's just got a blanket and like tied a bow on it to make it stay up. It looks like a fucking blanket.
Did you ever notice that logo in the background looks like an R for Rarity, but it also looks like Rarity's hair?
I'm pretty sure that's on purpose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on purpose too, but I just noticed it.
Brand.
Yeah. Let's see here. You know, Fluttershy's isn't bad if not for the freaking robin eggs. I like Rainbow Dash's the least. There's nothing wrong really with Pinkie Pie and I mean minus the boots.
I feel like the top on Pinky's looks gross. I don't like the way it looks. I like that she's wearing a cupcake on her head. It's funny. But like the tutu kind of like if she had a different top, it might work better. Like if she had
what's wrong with that top?
The green just doesn't go with anything. I feel like she has to match the cupcake on her head because, like, look, the frilly ruffles of her tutu look like the frosting. So maybe she should have had like a yellow top, so it looks like the cupcake cup, like the one on her head. Like the idea is there. I just
I would just make it the same blue to match the tutu.
Now that's too much blue. That's too much blue.
Let's see.
Also, drop the balloons.
Yeah, the balloons don't look good. But yeah, like, I don't like the top. It's ruining the whole thing. I don't like the collar on Fluttershy's at all. Like, what is that? Are you supposed to be a flower? It looks dumb.
There was a rant I went on when I covered this episode. I'm going to see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that processing.
Applejack looks like she's about to go on Tool Time with Tim Allen.
Yeah, she's got a utility belt in there. What if it rains? Splashes!
Hang on just a second here. I should have planned this a little bit better. There we go. That's I tried to cut. Oh wait, start at 3:46.
What's up with your voice?
Yeah, those were my thoughts then and now.
Yeah, I do have to say, Rainbow Dash, yeah, so you're right. And I was right. It does look like a cosplay. She looks like some character out of something.
Wait, what did I say about Applejack again? Let me back this up a bit.
She's a rodeo clown.
She definitely does look like one.
Rodeo clown. I don't even know what Twilight Steel is. I used to be funny.
It looks like a blanket.
It kind of does. Looks like a Snuggie. Let's see
She's wearing a moo-moo.
I've seen people discuss the prettiest gala dresses that Rarity designed, but I'm talking specifically about the best looking dress that the other 5 designed. The artist for this episode really nailed the ugly factor. They're all kind of hideous, but if I had to choose, Rainbow Dash is probably the least criminal. I think Rainbow Dash's is the worst.
I don't like it. Maybe if it didn't have the helmet.
I thought the helmet was the best looking part.
Nah, like the helmet just ruins the shape of her head.
Look, it's all bad. It's all bad. I think the thought she had going was that if you're going that fast, like it looks like your hair's just going back. Like I could see where it is.
Let's see here. Pinky's look somewhat normal for a pony. Well, okay, so you know what, Heather? What if Pinky's here? Her shirt was like yellow.
Yeah, like I was saying, if it was yellow, it would at least look a little better. Yeah,
or the bow is yellow. So what if it was blue? Or would it be too much blue?
The bow is not yellow. It is a lime green. There's a yellow bow right next to it that you could compare it to. It is lime green. She picked green for no reason. It does not go.
What if it was? Wait, you're telling me that bow around her neck is not yellow?
It is lime green.
You are colorblind.
You shut the fuck up. Look at the bow. No, you go back. You go back. You go back. She has yellow bows on her fucking hooves. Right,
it's almost the same color as Fluttershy. It's a lighter shade of yellow.
It's the same. Shut
it's
the fuck
same
up for
color
2
as
seconds.
Applejack's
Look
hair
at
and
Fluttershy's
boots.
dress. Look at Fluttershy's dress. Fluttershy's dress is green. It looks pretty similar to the fucking bow around Pinkie Pie.
It's not the same.
It's the same color. It's the same color. Look, it's the same color on the bow. You're so fucking dumb. Chat, tell Brawny how fucking dumb he is that he doesn't know fucking lime green. There's yellow bows on her hooves. That's what yellow looks like. There's a yellow balloon in her tail. That's what yellow looks like. There's pale yellow stars on freaking Twilight Sparkle's neck right there. That is yellow. Look at that. That's not the same.
Okay, Heather,
I'm giving
it's
you
almost
so
like
many examples.
It's almost like hang on a second. It's almost like colors exist on a spectrum. Here, let me show you.
You exist on the spectrum!
Yes, I do, but that's not the freaking point. Look, okay, here's the color that's Rarity's bow, or Pinkie Pie's bow on her neck, and then here's the color that's on her hooves. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That is not the color, you freaking... You have some nerve calling me colorblind when you point 2 different colors and tell me
you
those
have
are the
some
same color.
nerve.
No, they're not, you
being
fucking moron.
colorblind and claiming you know everything about colors.
The color lime green. Look up lime green.
Okay. Guys, there's an easy way to solve this. Brawny has Photoshop.
Yeah, I'm already opening it. I am already opening it.
You think technology can help you?
Yes!
You think
as a matter of fact, I
will
do!
bring you salvation? Do you think...
Heather, you have to stop because every time you're screaming out, I'm just picturing you turning into Mabel. And it's making it 100 times more hilarious.
Mabel? From Gravity Falls?
Gravity Falls, yes. Oh. When Heather screams, she sounds like Mabel.
Hold up, I'm pulling up Photoshop on OBS so the stream can see it right now. I just gotta.
Don't feel sorry for me, Paladin. This has been the funniest thing that's happened in months.
Window capture. Can't believe I gotta do it like this. Hey, that works. Okay. Photoshop. Wait, why isn't it capturing Photoshop? Hang on. It is capturing Photoshop, but it's not the Photoshop that I want. Let's see here. hang on. Blank that out for a second.
You know what would be faster? You throw in your camera, and I'll bring my box of colored pencils.
I don't have I don't have a webcam, Heather.
That's a you problem.
It is. Hang on. So Heather, what did you do today that was fun? While I set
not
this
much.
up. Not much.
I ate some ramen. I ate some udon, so that was pretty good. I watched you do karate stuff.
Yeah, we had a
ate
tournament
some
today.
Skinny pop.
Let's see here. Is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, I can work with this for now. Went to a karate tournament today. Got my butt kicked. Absolutely ashamed of myself, but that's another story for later.
That was only one time, though. But I will say, honey, the green on Fluttershy's dress matches the bow that Pinkie Pie is wearing. I'm just saying.
It does not. It does not. And I'm about to prove it.
So does.
Oh, my God.
It so does.
You are so dumb.
I don't know. You see the world like a dog.
Okay, so here's... Look at that. It's pretty much yellow.
Am I supposed to see it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me shoot, hang on. I can do this. There's too much going on. I need like shortcut keys. Change windows. Displays. Screen. Okay, here you go. You should be able to see it now. And look, it's right in the yellow.
No, that's on the green. Oh my God. It's the light green. It is right there on the light green.
And then, if
DJ, I need to ask you a question.
Now you see, this is way deeper into the green, right?
It barely is. It's like a centimeter there. It's the same shades. It's so similar. That's green, Brawny. How do you not look at that scale and see that it's green?
It's
DJ, I gotta ask you a question.
Like leaning into the green, but it's still like transitioning from yellow.
It's lime green.
Can I get the number of what it is?
Sure, hang on.
But DJ, I want to ask you something. Am I taking crazy pills? Am I fucking insane? Because I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. So freaking hard.
It is,
I feel like you're gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. You are utterly abusing me right now. Why? Because I'm right? Because you can't handle that I'm correct? The person that you
Heather,
think is
I need him to give me the
gifted.
number so we can solve this.
Okay.
It is
fine. I'm about to go on another rant.
It is E8F9B5, according to Photoshop.
I don't know the fucking numbers. But all I'm saying is, you have come around to my art. I draw, I paint, I crochet, I've sewn things together. I know what colors.
According to colorhex.com, it is considered a shade of green.
Dang it!
Motherfucker! What the fuck? I was right! Why? Never doubt my shit again! Never doubt my shit! What? How does that make you feel? To be so fucking wrong all the goddamn time? How does it feel to be stupid? How does it feel to be dumb?
DJ, you broke the bro code. You were supposed to lie for me so I don't have to deal with this from now on. You have any idea? She will never let me live this.
I was right.
She will never let me live this down. I'm gonna be dealing with. But anytime I'm right about something from here on out, she's gonna be like, oh yeah, but you remember that time you got Pinkie Pie's freaking bow color wrong?
That's not my problem.
I keep a list of things you've gotten wrong because you're wrong a lot.
That's not my problem.
It totally isn't. And don't tell people to lie. Don't you see? I was right. You were trying to gaslight me, you fuck.
No, I wasn't trying to gaslight you, Heather, but I wasn't. I did really think it was yellow. I still think it's yellow.
You're wrong.
I guess I
very,
am.
very light
I
shade
guess
of
I
green
am.
that borders on yellow.
That's why you call it lime green. It looks like the inside of a lime.
Okay, let's move on. We got time for at least one.
I can't handle talking to you about this anymore.
Okay, let's see here.
These may be low effort, but goddamn.
Okay, which are better overall? The season premieres or the season finales? Let's read this. Season premieres: Friendship is Magic, Return of Harmony, Crystal Empire, Princess Twilight Sparkle, Cutie Map, Crystaling, Celestial Advice, School Days, and Beginning of the End. Season finales: The Best Night Ever, Canterlot Wedding, Magical Mystery Cure, Twilight's Kingdom, Cutie Remarked, Where and Back Again, Shadow Play, School Raise, Ending of the End, and The Last Problem. What do you guys, DJ, what do you think?
So I'm going to base this off my own stuff as well as the countless Brony reacts that I've watched from back in the day. I think the premieres are usually received better than the finales. I think the setup is usually what draws people in, and more often than not, the finales haven't always hit for a lot of people. So I think overall the premieres are probably better overall because of how well they're received and how much they can set up for the coming season.
I always preferred the finales myself. I think they tend to be a little bit more well written. They sort of tie
into Magical Mystery Cure.
Excepting Magical Mystery Cure, a notable outlier. Right, but I didn't really think the Crystaling was that good of an opening either. And that's I think the finale, especially because they tend to be like really action packed, which is going to sucker me right in.
Excuse me. Anyways, with that segue, I will say I'm with you. I like the finales more because I just decided to go through the seasons mentally in my head, and I'm like, which did I like better, the opening or the finale? And I tend to like the finales more than I like the openings, all except for the fucking Cutie Remark. Fuck that shit.
That was
Honestly,
one of the.
I like it more on the rewatch, knowing where it goes.
What the Starlight Glimmer? Yeah, the Starlight Glimmer one, right? Time Travel. I fucking hated that one. I liked going to the alternate universes a bit, but I fucking hated how we dealt with Starlight. I just can't get over that part. Now it'll stick with me for the rest of my life. Hated her. Hated it.
Magical Mystery Cure. If the show was originally going to be the show's end, if it had ended like that, I don't know. I might not be alive today.
I still don't get what your beef was. It was nice. I had a whole bunch of songs.
That's some of the best songs.
It was rushed and it broke the lore, and they never really even fully recovered it.
You know, I feel like I can gut with you. Like, yeah, it was a bit rushed. It was quite rushed, actually. But, like, broke the lore? No, we never established anything about alicorns officially. You know, not canonically. So I think
this was the first time they ever did establish anything.
Yeah, like I thought it was good.
They didn't even really establish anything either. It was Celestia. It was Celestia and Luna, right? And then they added Cadence, but whatever. Actually, you know what? That made me do that sentence right there. Just made me do a little bit of introspection. Why was I okay with Cadence and not Twilight? That's something I gotta reflect on in myself and think about it, because Cadence just came out of nowhere and had no explanation. But Twilight didn't really have any.
We kind of just went with that.
Twilight didn't really have any explanation either, though, and I think.
I believe later material later showed that Cadence was also an Ascended one, but she was born a Pegasus.
Yeah, so I don't know. They never explained it, and then they just throw it in your face with no explanation, and then they proceeded to go the rest of the show without any kind of building on it. And you can't just do that. Alicorns are supposed to be a big freaking deal, and then it turned into the Super Saiyan bargain sale. Remember when Dragon Ball did that? It wasn't cool then either. Let's see here.
See, that's where I'm on the opposite end. I liked it when everyone started getting Super Saiyan.
Do we want to read the comments or should we move on?
We should probably move on. It's already like 10 minutes left in the stream.
Yeah. All right.
Plus, we're just gonna ignore the worst finale out of all of them.
Which one?
Which one?
The best night ever.
The best. No, that was a good one. That was funny as heck.
Stand that episode. That episode sucks.
It's all right.
What's wrong with that episode?
It wasn't action-packed, but it was fun.
There's nothing enjoyable about watching it. I don't like watching train wrecks.
I think it's a valuable life lesson, and I think it's very relatable.
That doesn't make it entertaining.
I can see that from a subjective standpoint, but if you're saying it's the worst, you're wrong.
Out of all the finales, yes, it is the worst.
Yeah, especially with Magical Mystery Cure sitting right there. Yes, you're wrong.
Yes, because it actually had better songs.
I'll give you that, but that doesn't make it better. Okay, you can't make a... Okay, listen, it is possible to take a good script and turn it into a bad show. It is impossible to take a bad script and turn it into a good show. Magical Mystery Cure is a bad script. Yes, it had a couple of good songs. You can't fix breaking the lore and rush plot.
See, that's where I disagree with you. I don't believe it broke the lore.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, you can't fix all the stuff that I'm mentioning with good songs, is the point that I'm driving at here.
You can't make a train wreck entertaining to me.
Then it's not entertaining to you. It was entertaining. It was plenty entertaining to me and literally everybody else in the fandom. Have you ever considered that you're wrong?
Yeah, but then I got over it.
Alrighty then. Good job.
I learned from the best.
Let's see here. Am I the only one who feels the plot of racism between ponies is forced? In G5, yes. Let's see here. Let me explain. I have a friend who is watching the series for the first time, and sometimes we watch some episodes together on Discord, and he just sees a big spoiler of the G5. He just, at the end of Season 7, whatever, learned to type. He was surprised that they chose the plot that the writers have almost never touched on, like racism between unicorns, Pegasi, and Earth ponies. And the truth is that this is something I had always thought about but never commented on because since it was years ago that I saw the complete series, I did not want to fail with any point. But when he talked to me about it, my doubts come again. Besides, I really wish people would learn to type. The chapter where they explain a little about the passive equestrian, the three races, we never see that absolute hate they all have for each other. Even the end of the chapter already concluded what topic somewhat for. Can anybody read this?
I think Double C got another account.
Yeah, this is I'm having a stroke trying to read this sucker. So, and there's a lot more to it too. Conveyed. I don't right now. Like right now, I don't even know. Right now, I don't even know if we're talking about G5 or Hearthwarming Eve. So I think I'm going to skip this one because this is going to take more brain power than we have time for.
Maybe we should just focus on the headline.
Well, we got to know what this guy is talking about.
I think it just seems to be general speciesism.
I have no idea. Gurchillian says, methinks Brawny takes MLP's lore too seriously. You're darn right I do, okay? It's not a bad thing to want a good story. And until Magical Mystery Cure, there was nothing wrong with Friendship is Magic story. And that was like the first time that they really had a bad episode. Alright? It's okay to have standards. I know these two don't know anything about that, but it's okay to have standards. Let's move on.
Such a freaking troll.
Alright, which crown do you prefer? This is an easy one. We've got the element of magic or the element of magic. Actually, wait, yeah, what changed between these two? It's like
the shape.
Yeah.
The shape.
I think this
Like,
one...
the other one was mostly on the front. That one, like, looks more natural on the head. The one that she wore before seemed more like a headband, and I wonder how she'd balance it on her
I gotta say something here. The star in both of them, A, is a different shape, and B, it's, like, asymmetrical. And that's kind of messing with me.
I will say the second one, I feel like it probably sits on her head more comfortably.
Yeah, I agree with that. Looks like it distributes the weight a little bit better. It looks like it wraps around
Are we
her
only
head.
doing... I only these 2 crowns.
Jeez. Well, she had that other one that had purple on it, which was just kind of like a teeny
2 or 3 more.
Does she have 2 or 3 more?
Well, she has the one that replaced the element after she had to get rid of it. And then there's the one where Celestia and Luna's merged together.
I'm gonna look at...
Oh, yeah, that one's not an option on this one.
Yeah, well, it's only the 2 variants of the element.
Yeah. Well, she had this element for a long time. I wonder why they changed it.
Well, she only...
This one looks like it just sits on top of her head. This one looks like it actually is fitted and wraps around.
She had that crown for an episode.
I like this one better. I like the second one better.
The one she only had for an episode?
Yeah. Battleship says
before having to get rid of it?
The element of magic should have been a necklace.
But she has to be different because she was destined to be a princess.
I could see it being a necklace. I mean, I have no problem with it either way, really, but I could see it being a necklace.
Like I guess it was around a little bit longer than an episode because it was the main plot of the first Equestria Girls movie in that form.
Mm-hmm.
But she had to get rid of it during the season 4 premiere.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really...
That spiky crown.
Let's take a look at these comments real quick. I like the design of the first one, but I like how the second one sits on her head. Let's see here. I agree. Most people seem to agree with that. And I think that's really all we have time for tonight. Because Heather and I are going to go play some more Mass Effect in a couple of minutes here. So everybody who tuned in for the stream tonight, I hope or for the debate rather, and it was a pretty lively debate thanks to Heather being colorblind. We're gonna
shut the fuck up, you gaslighting whore.
I love doing that.
You need fan art of Heather as Mabel.
You're talking like Mabel.
I don't think Mabel has ever been as
like
mad
Mabel
as me.
from Gravity Falls, right? Like, what does Heather's voice remind you of her?
Yes. When she gets angry, she sounds like Mabel.
Mm.
I'll keep that in mind if I ever have to do an impression, but let's just hope Mabel is angry in anything I have to voice.
Well, there's a lot of times where Mabel got angry.
Alrighty then. So
at least was screaming.
for all 13 of you tuned in, I hope you stay. In a couple of minutes, my other stream will be going live, and we're going to be playing some Mass Effect with Heather, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into there. But we're very grateful to everybody who tuned in, as well as everybody who supported, especially those on the $10 and up tier, such as Heather herself, as well as DJ. There's also Shady, Autoknight, Emerald, Senko, Rain, Billy, Alden, Kanto, Mr. Sonic, Alicia, Calbeck, StarChaser, VentureCorp, Willyzin, Icanus, Vulpecula, Raptor's Talon, Jimmy, J. Yoshi, and Dark Malcontent. Be sure to check out all of the links in the description for more details. And we will see you next time. So until, a couple of minutes from now, stay safe, God bless, and we'll see you guys later. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye.